Egypt. Weeks after the revolution. There's a fever for change in the land of the pharaohs. Every Friday, thousands of demonstrators still take to Cairo's streets.
It's incredible out here how everyone has become a citizen journalist. You see an argument going on over there and everyone's running by with their flip cams to make sure no one gets hurt, and then behind us, people are just streaming this live, making sure that nothing goes wrong, and whatever does happen is documented and then shared to people on the internet.
Deep in the crowd, Gigi Ibrahim is working.
I'm taking pictures with my camera and my phone and videotaping and tweeting. So I'm doing 4 things at once and talking to people and trying to understand what's happening.
Gigi sends, how many emails a day do you send out on an average day?
I don't count really, it's just maybe hundreds.
Gigi's thousands of tweets from Tahrir Square made her one of the most recognized voices of the Egyptian revolution.
Please welcome to the program, Gigi Ibrahim.
Even bringing her fame beyond her country. Also in the crowd in Tahrir Square is Mona Saif.
My online identity, mainly on Twitter, is Mona Sosh. In real life, I'm Mona Saif.
Would you call yourself a Twitter addict?
My friends called me a Twitter addict before the revolution, so I have no idea. Like, now it's, I guess, worse. But yes.
Back at his keyboard, Rami Raouf, a computer wizard who uses his skills to stream human rights abuses.
The main lesson that I learned from Tunisia and Egypt is there is no government in the world can totally silence up its people's voices.
Rami Raouf, Mona, and Gigi, all friends, are 3 of Egypt's internet revolutionaries. Part of the movement that forced President Hosni Mubarak to step down on February 11th. But long before that day, they were part of a community spread across the Arab blogosphere that was plotting change.
At the center of the Arab Spring going on right now, there's this group of bloggers from all different types of countries. How are you guys interconnected?
Online. It's all online. It's mainly through Twitter or through emails.
Rami is in close touch with Slim and Lina in Tunisia, but also online activists in places like Syria and Libya. The Tunisian bloggers inspired their Egyptian counterparts. In Egypt, online news spread virally. January 25th would be a massive day of protest.
At the beginning, before 25 January, there was no plan for revolution. Revolutions are not planned for. It was just a very huge demonstration, and it turned out to be a revolution. And then many people and individuals did Facebook events and pages, inviting people to join the streets, and it was spread like that.
I mean, it was incredible. I cried. I was so amazed at how many people, for the first time, were in Tahrir Square. And it was a beautiful scene.
But the Egyptian government struck back, shutting down the internet. Like their friends in Tunisia, the Egyptian online activists found a way to beat it.
So we found one of our friends had, just by chance, had her internet provided by this very small local company. And she opened her place up to everyone. We were about 30 people sleeping over there, going out to get as much info as we want, and then using this internet connection.
Violent street battles raged sporadically over 18 days. In the end, an estimated 840 Egyptians lost their lives in the revolution, and more than 6,000 people were injured. Finally, President Mubarak stepped down on February 11th. Celebrations erupted across the city. Again, all captured live and often streamed.
Where were you when you heard that Mubarak had stepped down?
I hear people like screaming, and I'm like, what? He's gone. I literally drop everything I have. I start hugging and kissing everybody I see. I'm just like, I was so amazed. I was crying.
And it was a great moment. Really, everyone feeling like it's one big family.
But the euphoria didn't last. Today, Egypt's iRevolutionaries are fighting to keep their new freedoms from being stolen. The new rulers of Egypt, the army, are ever present.
It's like, why do they have to surround us? I mean, we're not like blocking traffic or anything, but this is like intimidation. This technique was used by the police before, and now it's being used by the army, which is even creepier.
The army, once seen as a protector of the Egyptian revolution, shows signs of acting like the old regime.
ازاي اتقدم واللي حواليا بيأخرني ازاي اتحرك واللي قدامي بيعطلني.
I'm with Gigi, one of Egypt's young internet activists in Tahrir Square, the heart of Egypt's revolution. Only what's going on here today has Gigi worried.
This officer is standing right next to my photographer right now, trying to intimidate Gigi. She just showed me a picture she tweeted of him last week.
Gigi says he's an Egyptian undercover cop, although we have no confirmation of that.
And he follows her to these rallies and stands there and tries to intimidate her.
Gigi retaliates by taking pictures of him to go online.
She wants us to kind of stay back so she can get a good shot of him, then post it up on Twitter. So in case anything happens to her, people know what this guy looks like. Also to warn other people, hey, this guy's undercover. Look out for him when you're out at the protest.
Soon, Gigi is back.
This guy was there last Friday with a walkie-talkie, like being part of the police, you know, the military police pushing protesters. And he's wearing normal clothes. He's looking like a citizen. And he has been watching me, and I feel it.
Mona Saif and Gigi decide to go to another nearby demonstration, demanding the removal of the head of state television.
And how did you two meet each other? Was it on the internet? Or?
No, it was in a protest.
Between demonstrations, it's easier to talk.
It seems kind of like the revolution here is far from over.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's far from over. It's just beginning. This is the easy part was actually taking Mubarak out. Because the 18, it's simple. Like, we're not leaving until he leaves. We're not leaving until he leaves. He left. Now the revolution begins.
Today, tens of thousands of people follow these two friends on Twitter.
So how many followers do you have?
I now have 12,000.
12,000.
And for me, it's a huge thing because before the revolution, I had 800 people.
Gigi studied political science in college and has been active online for more than a year. Her aggressive tweets and tactics, especially against Israel, are controversial. And with Egyptian authorities, she's confrontational.
So people are starting to respond to the tweet she posted of the undercover cop who was following us in the rally. What are they saying to you?
Not undercover material at all. This typical movie like cheesy cop. Like I would love to get his name to like put it on Wikipedia, which is the collection of all the pigs and thugs and that we encounter in protests.
You call it Pigipedia?
Pigipedia, like Wikipedia, but pigs.
Pigipedia?
So Pigipedia.
Mona, who is actually a cancer lab worker in her day job, comes from a politically active Egyptian family. She now focuses on the growing signs of oppression in the aftermath of Egypt's revolution.
So you think that the military right now is targeting protesters?
Yes, we have evidence of that.
It began barely a week after Mubarak stepped down. Mona documents the stories of abuse. One of those stories happened to someone close to her.
Ali Sobhi is a very good friend of mine.
On March 9th, Ali Sobhi, a young actor, had gone to join a demonstration in the square.
He heard that the sit-in that was going on for over days in Tahrir Square was being dispersed by army and thugs. And by thugs, I mean plainclothes people who were carrying like big sticks. And so he ran to check on his friends.
Ali told us what happened.
I was taken into the museum off the square, and the army cut off all of my hair. And then they beat me with different kinds of rods and sticks, and they kicked me repeatedly.
So they used tasers on you?
Yes, they used tasers. They put them on many people. It was going on for several hours. There were more than 150 people in the arrest.
Mona helped lead a successful internet campaign pressuring the military to free Ali.
Especially with the army violations and army torture cases, the internet is really sort of our only means.
The activists have created the Tahrir Diaries, an online log of testimonies where protesters describe what happened to them.
You would see that it's not just that they are getting tortured or beaten up, but there's an element of the army trying to break the revolutionary spirit. In one of the testimonies, they said that the officer told them they won't stop beating them up until they say, "Long live Mubarak." And for the girls, they lined them up and asked them who is a virgin and who is not. And whoever said she's virgin, they got someone, an officer wearing a white coat, to check whether they are virgins or not, with the threat of those who lied about their virginity would probably face prostitution charges.
So the girls were forced to take virginity tests?
Yes, yes.
We asked to speak to someone from the Egyptian military, but they would only give us a statement denying the allegations. Quote, "These cases of torture are false rumors. None of these accounts are true. We are in unstable times in Egypt. There are thugs loose." But later, they admitted to the virginity tests, saying they were done to avoid any allegations by the women that they were raped in jail.
So how can the international media, how can the world trust that what you guys are posting is really what's happening?
Because simply, beside posting texts, we are posting videos. It's a video. It's a live stream video. It's called live stream. So how can I fake up a crackdown by the army?
As we were talking with Rami, he got a phone call. Remember Ali Abdulamam, the blogger in Bahrain we'd been tracking? Rami just got the latest news.
And then he disappeared.
Disappeared on his own, or
We don't know. He just disappeared.
Next, we try to find Ali and find a police state.